Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" cornerback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Quickly now, a look at the Eagles' offensive starters.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
To throw on third down, Cunningham. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Chamberlain, and he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. On second down, here's Cunningham. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Cunningham. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here are visitors to take over on offense.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Shoot.
On first down, Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Ready?
On 2nd and 15 now. Young, he's going to launch. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there. 45 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Down. 60 yards. Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Young, throw left side, complete to Moss. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19.
52. Watch 52. 52's the money. You must be getting tired.
From the red zone now, Young. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. What? Go.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Cunningham. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not today. Not today. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the cut.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cunningham to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now on 4th down, Doug Peterson turns it over to the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
60 out,
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
On second down now, it's Sanders. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. 77 yards. And his guys have taken the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Switch gears.
It's Young off play action. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Collins now from the gun. He'll throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And Sanders now to return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The play fake. Now Young. He's going to fire one. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Young will set to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. On 3rd and 1, here's Young. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
That's it, baby. You got one.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got Smith here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Looking to throw. Collins. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Check. Watch 54. Right here.
2nd and 6. Man open. That's Ray McCloud. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's go, defense.
Now Collins on first down. Got an open man. It's McCloud. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Collins. And this one complete to Smith. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start out in the Bay Area, an AFC West matchup between old rivals, Denver and Oakland. And late in the first half, it's the Broncos who are out on top. The Broncos locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. The Chiefs seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, we head to the City of Angels. Check on the Rams at home in L.A. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers looking to grab that elusive first win of this campaign. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Mike 5-4.
Hey, here's Collins. Off the play fake. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Collins going to throw again. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Collins. He finds Taylor. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
They'll keep it on the ground. Chamberlain. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Throwing is Collins from the gun on third down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
One of the advantages of zone defenses, I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Mike, 49. Here we go.
Collins now on 1st and 10. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this will be scooped up by the defense. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And this will be a touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Collins operating from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1 yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1 yard line.
Pick and choose the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll run on first down. Sweeney. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7 yard line. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Sweeney, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a carry for Sanders. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd down, Sweeney. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you that they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Set. 60 or 52, come on. Not today, you are. Not today. Clear.
On first down, it's Sanders. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of a yard.
On 2nd down now. Sweeney, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Ready? 91. We got 4. We got 4.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And here's Collins. From the gun, he'll throw. It's caught. Smith. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Collins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Collins throwing on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing is Collins. Throwing again. He'll buy some time right. Now the ball comes loose. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives them the first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They are, by the way, into the 4th quarter now in Oakland. And give that one to the Broncos as they wind up winners there. A.J. Brown sitting right at 100 yards receiving in that ball game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for our visitors, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.